Stanley Parable 2. Oh, I like this. Feels kind of like I'm in a horror game. I like it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Jeez. That was a pretty good title screen narrator.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It even gave me the skip
Stanley
button.
worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Is it really that
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Can't do that. You're gonna
Never in all his years at the company
I can't have
had
you doing
this
that. It
happen.
sounds awful.
This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Tank.
Shocked,
Stop, dude.
frozen
You're gonna knock
solid,
my mic over now.
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Go on. Okay, go on, dude. Tank, that is not okay, dude. That hurt. We'll lay down now. Okay. Never mind. I want to pet you. I'll just one hand. I'm gonna one hand. Don't do that. Sometimes I'm gonna need both hands.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
The balloons are still
Stanley
here, which
decided
is
to go to the
amazing.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, the bucket's still here. The bucket's still here.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh, that's new. I don't like it. This is my emotional support bucket. Wait. This is my emotional support bucket. I'm keeping it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
God, I guess. I want to see if the hole is here.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion.
This is my emotional support bucket.
You can't hand it over. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping in.
I did it, but the door reopened. What if that's the only one you can do that with? I seem to have left the narrator. Can I... Maybe I could still hear him in the other room. No. Well, I'm without him. That door closed. Something doesn't feel quite right. I don't like that the narrator is not talking. Alright, I was aware that you could... Oh, fuck. Narrator. Oh. I was aware that you could get through that door like that. Oh, shit, this door's open. I wasn't exposed in infinite blackness. I'm leaving. Nice. Well. Alright, I'll go up the stairs. Big red door is not openable. I'll continue up the stairs. So I was aware that you could get to the other side of that, but I don't remember what happened afterwards. Or what happens going forward here. Wasn't it 757 that I was supposed to go to? Oh, is this 757? That was 756. No, this is 758. I thought I was supposed to go to 757, but now I can't remember what floor I was supposed to go to, so I'm just going to keep climbing, I guess. 759. Escape pod, so it was 760 I was supposed to go to. Escape pod launch. Me and the bucket are getting the fuck out of here. Me and my emotional support bucket. Wait, what is going on? Am I sitting the bucket alone on the escape pod? It's okay, bucket. Don't you weep. Don't weep for me. It'll all be okay, bucket. You've got to go. I can't come with you. The escape pod only holds one. No. Don't cry. You're gonna make it. Live for us. Okay, now I want to know exactly how many endings were adjusted to appease the bucket.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Okay, that's the second time I've gotten that dialogue. The bucket's gone! I said the bucket... I said my emotional support bucket. I sent it on a journey.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that
there's a collectible over there.
Trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
What are you talking about?
To put your work aside. to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who? Wait, I think this video's been going on way too long, now that I think about it.
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
This might be cut into 2 videos.
If you can truly play...
I answered the phone. Apartment 420. I live in apartment 427.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
You're not my wife.
Gotcha. Oh, come on.
Did
you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
I'm not pushing another button for you.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I'm not pressing another button for you. You're making fun of me. I'm gonna leave. I'm not pressing another button. You might as well continue your dialogue. Say something like, and now Stanley refuses to press a button, thinking that he has some minor control over his life, thinking he can just wrest control of the narrative away from me. Now's the time. Tell me. I don't want to press another button for you. Just kill me. Fine.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Where did the TV
First,
go?
he imagined that one
There was a
day
TV
while
on this
at work,
wall.
He stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Gotta prepare me some dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it
A game with a baby.
Stanley Parable.
Listen to your kids tell a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm torn. Follow directions or press the button on the screen. I don't want to be at work in the morning. What do we do? Time's ticking. It's 11:23. I'm pressing the button now.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I pressed L, 'cause I'm taking that L. Alright, that'll be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more. I'm gonna go make some fish sticks. Bye-bye.